Hi, I'm Tom Gledhill of Murphy Business. In the previous video titled Marketing the Company, we developed the marketing materials, sent letters to targeted buyers, followed up with phone calls, and placed blind ads on several targeted websites, all under the veil of strict confidentiality. This process should yield a number of buyer responses. In this video, we're going to discuss the process of evaluating buyers by category: individuals, private equity groups, and corporations. Our goal is to receive several letters of intent from which we can negotiate and accept the best offer. Follow along with me as we choose a buyer. When prospective buyers respond to your marketing efforts, have them sign an NDA, and if they're an individual, have them provide personal, financial, and experience information. If the prospective buyer has signed the NDA and provided satisfactory financial and experience information, provide her or him with the Confidential Memorandum. Vetting prospective buyers is the most time-consuming task of the business sales process. Tire kickers and business school students will often provide information to get through the first filter. If the professional tire kickers and students contact you for further information, you must further qualify them and, if necessary, eliminate them from contention. Let's quickly review the three major types of buyers: individuals, private equity groups, and corporations. If individuals are in the hunt, your company probably has revenues less than $2 million. If several individuals have signed NDAs but did not respond to the confidential memorandum, I would not recommend chasing them. Assume they qualified themselves, unless, of course, you don't have many respondents. When they do respond, you must ask penetrating questions to determine their financial and experience viability. Don't waste your time with individuals that you don't feel are viable buyers, and you must be willing to provide some seller financing to the individual buyer. PEGs are financial buyers interested in their ROI for themselves and their investors. They are usually interested in companies with EBITDAs of at least $1 million. However, they may be interested in companies with an EBITDA less than $1 million if the company qualifies as an add-on to a larger company that the PEG already owns in the same market niche. If PEGs are interested in your company, make sure that your financials are in order, because that's their primary focus. They're also interested in your management team and their retention possibilities. PEGs tend to be very methodical in their approach to the buying process and usually do not have a sense of urgency. Corporations are strategic buyers looking to buy assets of your company that they will help their company in some strategic way. A strategic buyer is your best bet for a premium price for your company. And if your revenues are about $3 million or more and you are experiencing good cash flow, another company is a likely buyer. Once a company offer is accepted, they can move through the process very quickly. Even though they have the confidential memorandum, interested buyers usually have several detailed questions regarding the company before they submit a letter of intent to buy the company. It's okay to give them more detailed information at this point. However, information regarding customer lists and vendor lists and any other information that you deem too important to divulge is usually withheld until due diligence. It would be great to receive 3 to 5 good letters of intent. Of course, that depends on your company, your industry, and the economic climate. The LOIs will all have a good until date and time, and they may all arrive at different times, so you may have to be creative to keep them all active during the subsequent negotiations. This is usually not a huge problem if all your negotiations are moving the sales process forward. The LOIs may all have different prices, terms, and structures. All of these are negotiable. You need to decide what combination of price, terms, and structure works best for you and negotiate toward that end. You must also consider the buyer. If the buyer is an individual, does he or she share your goals, your management style, your ethics, and so forth? If the buyer is a PEG, is it well funded? What is its management style? Will it work with you or force you into the background? How will it treat your employees? If the buyer is a corporation, what does the buyer intend to do with your company? Treat your company as a separate entity? Integrate your company into their company? What about the buyer company culture? How will the buyer treat your employees? Finally, you must do a certain amount of due diligence on each one of the buyers that submitted a viable LOI. Once you have selected an offer, you should perform a more detailed due diligence on that prospective buyer. In this video, we reviewed and analyzed the letters of intent and negotiated with those buyers that made the best offers. We also performed some minor vetting of selected buyers and more serious vetting of the buyer that we finally chose. Now it's the buyer's turn to dig in and verify all the information that she's received about your company. In the next video, we'll examine the process of due diligence. I'm Tom Gledhill, and I'll see you at the next video.